Welcome back to LML. We all get excited if our next guests are on the show. We're talking about the owners of Tom's Tiny Kitchen, Pimento Cheese.
Tom and Jill Flournoy are here to talk about the latest happenings with their company, and they have a new recipe to share with us. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
We're excited to have you back here. Okay, so what are we going to learn how to make today?
We are making stuffed onions with pimento cheese, obviously, chorizo, spinach, and a few breadcrumbs. And it's real easy and
delicious.
quick
I'm going to let you step out of your way because you've got the prep station to work with, right?
I have already browned the chorizo.
Okay.
What you do is you take, well, this is the finished product, and that's 2 onions. And you cut the onions in half and cut the end off. Then you peel them and put them in a microwave-safe dish, like this, and put 2 tablespoons of water in there, cover it with plastic wrap, and microwave it for 6 minutes, just to get the onions softened.
Very
and so that you
interesting.
can work with them.
That.
You can do that. Then when you take them out, they look like this, but they're the whole half of an onion.
Do you salt them or do anything with them? Nope. Okay.
Nope, just the little water. Then you take the insides out, because this is what you're going to stuff, and you chop up the insides, which I have right here. You use 4 tablespoons of the chopped insides. You put that in with 3/8 of a pound of chorizo that I've browned. And this is pork chorizo. You can use chicken or turkey chorizo. And then you take breadcrumbs, about 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. And
bind it all together.
Yes, and then if you don't mind handing me a classic green label pimento cheese, please. Perfect.
I love your
Lauren's good at picking that out.
green label. I don't need to read anything.
The green label. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of pimento cheese here, and
oh my gosh, it smells so
girl, I don't know.
Lauren, I'm telling you.
okay, we've got that added, and then the last thing we're going to add is our cup of chopped spinach, just raw, fresh spinach. I'm sure you could use frozen spinach if you were in a pinch, but you'd need to wring all the water out of it.
It's so pretty.
Okay, so you add that. Then you simply stir it all up in your pan. This is your filling mixture. And once you get it stirred, then you're going to start working with your onions. Now, there is a way that you can do the onions so that they don't have that hole in the bottom. I'm not very good at that. So what I do is the inside of the onions that I've taken out, I save a little petal.
And put it back down in the middle.
Put it back down there so that
there's no hole.
So the filling will not, not go through it. Then you just start stuffing the onions with your mixture.
This is such a good appetizer.
How did you think of this recipe?
Actually, our daughter came up with this recipe. She knew that she knows I'm always looking for new recipes, and she came up with that. So you do that, and you sprinkle a few breadcrumbs on top.
And then what, you bake it?
Then you bake it at a 350-degree oven for about 17 to 20 minutes. And
delicious.
Then you end up with that. And it's a great side dish, and it's also...
You can take a few breadcrumbs and put it on top, right?
Sprinkle some on top.
All right, so for those who have missed the segment before when we talked about your pimento cheese, tell us why it's the best.
Well, you know, I don't want to sound immodest, but,
But it is.
it is. It is.
I mean,
you just need to taste it and taste other pimento
Is this your mom's
cheeses.
recipe?
It was my mother's recipe, yeah. And Jill tweaked it a bit, and
Now it's just perfect.
The rest is history.
You offer, of course, the classic, and then...
And the chipotle.
And
the
the
chipotle's got just a little heat.
And tell us what you guys have been up to. You've got some new things going on, new adventures.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this week we're expanding into Kroger's in Little Rock, Jonesboro, Jackson,
hometown.
Mississippi, Tupelo, and Oxford. And then in a few weeks, we'll be in Jackson, Tennessee.
Because before, you guys were really pretty confined to farmers markets, things like that,
That's right. And the Kroger's and Whole Foods here in Memphis.
And now it's expanding for all of you guys, all of our outlying areas, right?
And we'll be in those cities demoing over the next few weeks, too.
And if people wanted to order online, how can they go about doing that?
Tom'sTinyKitchen.com.
It's so good, you all. And I'm going to try. Will you read my lines?
Yeah, of course she's
I'll
going to try
read
to.
your lines. I'm always
you want to read them? Go right ahead. I mean,
More information about Tom's Tiny Kitchen Pimento Cheese, as always, just go to localmemphis.com and click to find it.
man,
Click on
Tom,
Find It.
you're gonna steal my job.
Why don't you go ahead? Why don't you go ahead. Let him read this one.
Okay, go right
Still
ahead, Tom.
ahead, a look at what you're going to expect to see on LML tomorrow and a final check of the weather. We'll be right back.
Hey, I give up.